Yo, what's going on, everybody? Let me go show my face. Boom. What's going on, y'all? We have no clean with us today. He got called into work. But we did see a drop in a lot of the prices yesterday and this morning. And it's kind of funny because my brother was asking me, he was like, so when do you think, when do we go back up? Right. And it's only been a day. So like from my perspective, I'm just kind of like laughing, and even though, the other podcast, I was kind of freaking out a little bit the very first day we went down. I do understand it. I understand the emotion behind it, but we could go down for like a week, even like 2 weeks, maybe even a full month, right? And then everything will be fine again, in my opinion. There's nothing that's happened that's been like terribly negative, So I do think it's a little funny. I'm looking at SNEC right now, trying to see if SNEC will bounce. SNEC's kind of just holding up a little bit lower, kind of the same trend as Cardano, if we want to go look at that. Bitcoin is almost breaking back into that high range that we saw yesterday and the day before, which is really crazy. Or not the day before, or not yesterday, but the day before. Because like I said, I was expecting maybe like a week of downtrend, but I jokingly said to my brother when he asked me when we go back up, I said tomorrow, because that's what it feels like. It feels like we go down for like a day, maybe we go down for like half a day even, and then we just go right back up. And so I like jokingly said tomorrow, and like sure enough, here we are. And the reason why I think this actually isn't 100% a joke is because there's so much money coming in from these ETFs, and I don't know when it would stop. Like a lot of these people are getting in using their 401ks or whatever for the first time just like a few months ago. Like they're not looking to sell. And if more people are going to get in and get in and get in, I don't see how we could have too terribly strong of a dip unless people stop buying in at the rate that they're buying in. But then also we have to have either sellers or short sellers. So I don't know. I feel like we might not get a strong dip until a bit higher. Let's go look at Cardano though. And if anybody has any questions or wants to even maybe jump in the stream, just let me know. I've been thinking about letting like some people, if you want to, not even show your face, just jump into the stream, ask a question like verbally. You can always type it out, but if you wanted to ever do that, just hit me up. I'll send you guys the link. But Cardano sitting at 72.5-ish. So yeah, it's kind of doing what SNEC's doing. It's like recovering a little bit, but staying low. And a lot of people we're talking to, I'm going to tie this in with something that Dan said. So I'll share the tweet. And Dan said, I will talk about this one time, and then for me, it's right back to enjoying the long-awaited bull market. So in short, he's talking about how it's frustrating, or how either people in Cardano are frustrated or acting like they are, where, we're kind of frustrated that we're not getting the same movement as these other chains, but we also talk a lot about our own chain in a negative way. So if there are going to be, a lot of eyes on our chain, and we're talking negatively about it, people might be seeing that and it might deter them. But I don't even know if that's necessarily the case. I feel like Cardano has always lagged. And just because our price is lagging right now doesn't mean it's due to negativity. And it doesn't mean that even is a negative thing, because we've always kind of lagged behind everybody. And as soon as everybody thinks the bull market's over, then Cardano does its thing. So we might have to wait longer than all the others, but I still think that we're in a great spot. But he says, while every other blockchain is riding the bull wave after a multi-year bear market and enjoying it, trust Cardano to escalate its drama and magnify every little issue that in reality happens on every other chain, which I think is a good point as well. We complain about a lot of the things that we have here. I know one of the biggest ones is speed or whatever, but we don't even really focus on the main priority issues. We focus on somebody may have had insider trading, or we didn't like this decision by this project. And we get upset when people don't do what we want them to do. So I don't know. I just advise everybody, including myself, to just try to chill out and try to just enjoy. We have a lot of really cool, positive people here growing and doing cool things. Like we could focus on that. So I don't know. Let's try to, if we're going to retweet stuff, I'd rather retweet about Dan being positive than some of the other negative things. And what's really cool too is that the negativity does go away. Like I'm going to tie this right back in. We'll go look at JPEG store. We had apes go crazy yesterday and the day before. Now, why did apes return to nearly 3,000 floor? Not these apes, but the other CIP 25s. because they went back on their leverage. Really cool too. A lot of people were happy with the levy decision to use that token instead of loans, and that caused society to crash. A lot of people were getting paid in society through their staking, and they thought, well, crap, if these apes that I'm making money on will no longer make me money, what am I going to do? So they crashed, and now apes didn't even raise, I think they wanted to raise, it was like 7 million or something like that, and they only raised 1.1 million or somewhere along those lines. I might be butchering that, but that's insane. The community spoke with their wallet, and then not only that, but the apes immediately listened and were like, you know what, you guys don't like this, so we're not going to do that anymore. And then the price started going right back up, which is really cool to see. Let's go check out the society token as well and see where that's sitting at right now. Yo, what's going on, Fatty? Yeah, this is live. This is definitely live. It seems like it's live. You're probably drunk, but it is live. Hey, what's going on, Orman? Taz all the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad to see that they recovered a little bit. So let's see. Let's go back to, here it is, society price. So yeah, on that announcement, it pumped strong. It came right back down, and I don't know why it came down that strong. I really didn't expect that. Maybe people just bought this dip based on the news and they wanted to sell out and make a quick flip. I mean, that's always going to be the case with some people, but it kind of looks like that was the case with everybody. It's right back down to these lows. This might be a really good time to buy, to be honest. We'll have to see how the future developments and announcements are made from apes and with society token, because they did have some plans to add more utility to society token, and I wonder if they're going to try to keep some of those. I don't know. It'll be really interesting, but I'm happy that, at least from my perspective, there's a positive note on apes again. That's a really good decision. They made a mistake. You know, Congo said his piece about his mistake. You can think whatever you want about that. I was pretty upset about it as well, but at least he apologized, and he's trying to do right by it. That's all he can do at this point. The only other thing he could do at this point is maybe step down as a founder if he's willing to do that, and if the community really wants that, that might be an option. But they went back on their big levy decision, which caused, you know, that news that he sold to be insider news. And now if they're not going to do that, I don't know, that might have like a different stigma on things. It's really interesting how things are playing out right now. So happy I did not sell all my apes and their stuff. Yeah, for real. A lot of people were debating it. I mean, I was debating it, not selling my ape, but I was debating selling some of my tokens. I only hold a little bit. I still think I would have been up about 30 to 45% more if I sold on the original news, like as quick as possible around here. But it was like 100 ADA. Like, what am I going to do with that? I'd rather just leave it in, because you have no idea what's going to happen, you know, in a bull market. We have Levi with hat, which is really funny. But again, just more meme coins popping up. Be careful with these as always. I have no idea. I got rugged on like the last 2 or 3 that I tried, so I'm kind of done with fake brand new meme coins. I'm just sticking with SNEC. I think buying these dips is definitely the move. I have no idea if it's gonna, you know, continue to kind of fall flat in his face for a little while. I think we could go down to this 00202 temporary, maybe within the next week or two. But I still think SNEC, in my opinion, bare minimum, $500 million market cap. That is just my bare minimum. That's where I'm going to sell some. Honestly, I've been debating back and forth in my head if I even want to sell any. Because then my next target is either 750 or 1 bill. And I'm going to show, we'll show this tab over here, and we'll go look at Bonk. And I always compare it to Bonk. Maybe I should compare it to Pepe as well. But I think Bonk is kind of cool because it was one of the ones that was more recently listed on a centralized exchange, and that's the narrative that we're trying to go for. So this is right back to a $3 billion market cap on Bonk, which I think is pretty crazy. So if Bonk can do 3 bill after the listing on a centralized exchange, I feel like SNEC can at least hit 500. I think that's going pretty low. I think 1 bill is really nice and would be a great milestone for a Cardano meme coin, especially. But I do think 1 bill is very possible. And I think peak bull run, we could even see 3 to 5 bill. But that's only if Bonk is also going to hit like 10 to 15 bill, which might be a bit high. So I do think 1 bill to 2 bill though on SNEC is a very possible diluted market cap. We can go look at it right now. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think maybe 1 bill is a little too high? Do you think, 3 bill right there with Bonk is very possible? Because I feel like we are the lagger, and that's completely fine. Just know what we are. We lag. We don't go up as fast as others. We don't go up as strong as others, but we do go up, and we do have our moments. SNEC right now is at 132 million, which would mean it's less than a 5x away from my first price target, and I think that's extremely possible. If, let's see, Congo is human and he is an emotional. I mean, yeah, we're all human, but we also make decisions not to do what we know will piss off other humans because we're human, and we know that would piss off other humans. I don't know. I did not like what he did. I will say that. If Ponzi steps out from apes, it will go to almost 0. Yeah, I don't know, man. The last few weeks are just so crazy. I have no idea. Ponzi maybe, Congo maybe. I don't know. We'll really have to see. I lost some faith in apes from that decision. I think everybody else did too, but I gained some faith back in what they recently did, and I think based on price, a lot of people did as well. So we have to see some momentum from them, though. I feel like they gain momentum. They have these announcements that are pretty cool, and then it just fades. And then a long time passes, and then another announcement comes that's like maybe just not as good, or even if it is really good, it just lasts temporary again and then dips out. So I don't know. I'd like to see some continued momentum from this announcement. That'd be great. But yeah, with SNEC, I do think SNEC can hit 1 bill. I think that would be the highest target I'd look at within reason. I do think we can throw reason out the window a lot of times and reach a 3 bill, maybe a 4 bill on SNEC, but I don't think it goes higher than that. Just because it's Cardano, and if we look at the other cryptos, like look at Dogecoin, which passed the other day. This is really crazy. Dogecoin flipped Cardano for 8th place for like 2 hours, and then it went right back. But it did it, and that was really cool. But they're at a 23. Let me just make sure. I was gonna say trillion for a second. It's obviously not. 23 billion. So for SNEC to hit like 5 bill, it like really put it up like above Optos and these other things. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I think that's pushing it. Obviously, the whole market's going to go higher, so these things would be higher as well. It's not going to push, Optos down. Everything would just kind of come up if that were the case, which is why I do think a higher probability of maybe 2 billion is possible. But you're really starting to get into, some of these like top 20, top 50 range coins when you're talking about those market caps. So it'd be interesting to see. Yes, Apes was eager in a point, but the community spoke. Never forget that we are the ones who made them. Very true. Very true. Apes came along and they gave us a platform to ride or die on, which is what Cardano people were really looking for. And it was really fun to be a part of Apes. And then they made their bad decision, and the community spoke again, and they listened. So all in all, that's the last thing I'm going to say about it, because I think it's just the same thing being said over and over again. They made a mistake. They did a good thing. Hopefully they can continue. But yeah, that's SNEC. We can also look at, we had Tipsy Turtles, who I've been talking about for a while. They did not sell out. Let's share this tab over here. So they're down a little bit. I still think their art is pretty cool and their supply is pretty cool. Just nobody wants to mint an NFT right now on Cardano. I mean, maybe it's like this on other chains too, but nobody wants to mint. And I feel kind of bad too, because I have founders hit me up and are like, hey man, we're minting, like shout outs to Space Pugs. Adam hit me up and was talking about Space Pugs V2, and it was like 250 ADA for a new Space Pug. And I'm just, I'm like, I really do wish you the best, but I just want to be straightforward with you and let you know I'm not going to be minting that. I just don't think right now it's a smart decision with how Cardano NFTs are doing. And he was really cool. He was like, hey, I appreciate you being real with me. I wish you the best. Like, and I appreciate that, but it does stink because I loved it when I was minting everything, even though I kept losing. It just felt like the right thing to do. And now NFTs have never felt more wrong, or at least in Cardano. Cardano NFTs is dead. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We'll have our time too. I joke around. I say NFTs are like a horrible investment. And that's where I started, this channel was with NFTs because there wasn't a whole lot of info on that. But I still mean that in a temporary time frame. Like right now, it's all about coins. And it probably will continue that way for a year to 2 years. And then once coins start peaking out, whenever that is, that's when NFTs, I think, are going to start to come back. But that could be a very long time. We really could have like 2 years of just very little movement on NFTs. So if you're an NFT guy, that's just my opinion on it. If you have another opinion, if you see some bullish narrative that you really think NFTs are going to come back on, let me know. I just don't think so. I don't see it. Like, I'm trying to think, what would make you want to buy an NFT as opposed to a meme coin? And while meme coins, the last 2 weeks have gone up between, depending on the worst and the best, like 50% on the week to, I think it was 300 to 400% on Shiba Inu that week. I don't know, man. I'd personally put it into coins. I wouldn't be putting it into these NFTs. Even on like ETH and other platforms, I don't see anything that's going up a 2x like that. Nothing's really moving. Citizens of the Ape, these were at like 200. These are chilling out too. I do think that the lesser NFTs, not the lesser, but maybe that's the right word for it, like the child NFTs. So this is like, their fourth or fifth NFT from apes. So I view this as like their child's NFT, and the parent would be the ape. These usually perform better. I think that was the case for the Halloween clays as well, the GC clays. Oh man, seeing these down here is sad. But these were at like 1,100 to 1,300 in that range at their peak, minted for 45. And then at that same time that these went from, I think it was like 100 or 200 to 1,100, clays just went from, I think, 1,000 to like 3,000. So a 3x as opposed to like a 10x or whatever from these. So I do think that the citizens might go back up. I think those might be a better play. So here's my take on DeFi. AI is extremely hot this year. If Cardano rises and people buy DeFi coins, there's only one big winner on the Cardano blockchain. So I guess AJAX will explode again then. AJAX has been leading volume on Cardano DeFi for a while now, like the last, I want to say 2 weeks. You might be right about that. That actually might be a really good take. Kopi and Taz are trying to move to different chains. That's which are the tops here, and they are trying to move away. So I know Kopi has been doing some cross-chain. They even started their coin on Binance chain and then migrated it over because Cardano didn't have the technology to do it, the staking and everything that they wanted to do. But I didn't know that Kopi was actually trying to move away from Cardano. Now Taz, I remember some people were talking too, and they were like, oh, well, if Cardano isn't welcoming you here and the Cardano whales don't want you here, then why don't you go to Solana or something? And somebody said that. And then they responded, I think it was Congo, don't quote me, but one of the apes responded and was like, we aren't leaving Cardano. And that was like a week ago that they said that. So, I mean, I don't know. They also said there would only be a society token, and then there wasn't. So I don't know. Do we listen to their word? Do we believe their word? Because as soon as I heard that, I was really happy. I was like, cool. They're not going to leave Cardano, and we need an NFT leader in Cardano. And if they leave, I love Clay, dude. I do, but it's not Clay. It could be if they took like maybe a stronger voice and were a little bit, stronger with their opinions, maybe they could be the leader. And I do know also that that's some of what pisses people off about apes, is that they hold too strong of an opinion. So I don't know. It is interesting. Kopi, there is a sale for a node on ETH. It looks a fail. I mean, if there's plenty of projects that launched on Cardano that did sales on other blockchains. I don't know if I would say they left Cardano, but it's hard, dude. Kopi does so many different sales. They've sold how many different assets now? Anything that they try to sell past this point is going to be really hard for investors to want to buy. All the people that believed in Kopi already bought a shit ton of Kopi. They bought their lands. They bought, now you're saying nodes. They bought, I want to say pitches, domes. They bought the jets. They bought the tricycle things. Like, bro, Kopi needs to chill. Kopi needs to stop minting stuff. And I know that they've said they're going to continue every year, at least minting like 2 to 3 things to help them keep their funds so that they can continue to develop, which I get. But it's hard, man. They're charging a lot. They charge thousands of dollars for their last, for some of their last mints. Derp's going chain agnostic. I think that's probably what most people are going to start to do, actually, is just be a little bit on every chain. Because why not? And eventually, I see this as like maybe a faster version of it, but Xbox, when it came out, all of my homies had PlayStation, and all I wanted to do was play with them. But they also didn't want to play Halo, and Halo's a better game than Call of Duty, so like they're just going to have to get with it. So needless to say, I didn't hang out with any of my friends, which sucked. I would have loved to play Halo with all those people on PlayStation. I probably even would have played some Call of Duty because I had that too, but I didn't want to buy the PlayStation. So what I'm saying is, I think Cardano will start to become, you know, more interoperable, that word, with ETH, and that's going to happen with Solana and all the others. And I think eventually we're just all going to hang out, and we're all going to have a chain. I mean, it's not like Bitcoin is going to be the only winner, or Ethereum is going to be the only use case crypto that works. So that's kind of how I see it. I think all the chains are going to come together. 8 Force 1 chose Cardano for a reason. They will not leave, and they will stay the number one. They are 10 steps ahead of us every time. That's why every announcement rockets society. I love the faith, man. I do. I will say, though, you know, I am trying to stay on the positive train here, but I just want to be realistic. Based on their last announcement and seeing that the community was so upset that they decided, you know what, we don't want to be a part of Levy. We don't want to be a part of it at all. So much to the point, I don't even want to throw in 50 ADA or whatever it is, because the community didn't buy it. They bought Fluid. They bought the other one after Fluid. I can't remember that pre-sale. It went crazy. So yes, they might be a few steps ahead, and they're always building. They always have something in the pipeline, and that is what I like. But they are not safe from criticism, and they are not safe from falling out of the number one spot. I will say that. That is my opinion. I can't sell my mythical dome on Kopi. You can't bring yourself to sell it, because I sold. I didn't have a mythical dome though. I sold I had a legendary tree, which I minted for like 10 or 15 ADA or whatever it was. I sold that for like 150. I love those trees. Plus, they gave me that great excuse. Like, it's a cheap mint. That's what people love. People love cheap mints because that means they can make money. If you're buying something for thousands, it's really hard. You're going to find somebody to buy it off of you. And they had a great excuse of like, you're helping the forest or the trees or whatever. So I liked that. SNEC coming down a little bit more. Are any of you guys looking to buy more SNEC here? Is anybody else like just stupid bullish on SNEC? Does anybody think 500 million is super doable? Does anybody think like 1 billion is like a little rough, maybe a little difficult to get to, but very possible? I just want to know if I'm alone in this camp. What did it peak out at, actually, when it was all the way up here? When it was at 368. That's about, not a double from here, but like 50%. So 50% from, we'll go back to here. 50% from 133 roughly. That puts it at like 200. So 200 million is roughly where it was at last time. And Cardano was at a cheaper price. So if Cardano's at a higher price, it'll probably be a little bit further along as well. And that's only like then a double from there. I think 500 million is so doable for SNEC. SNEC going places for damn sure. For damn sure. I think SNEC is the only coin right now that I'm 100% sure on. I think like Orman was saying with Ajax, yeah, that could be the one that goes parabolic, you know, as well. But I just don't feel as comfortable with that narrative as I do the #1 meme coin on Cardano. I think the #1 on any chain is going to do well, especially meme coins. Whenever meme coin season hits, those are always going to be the ones that go up. So we'll just have to be patient and wait on that. Let's see though. We could get up. So that's kind of a local top. And then the next top would be like 285. And then the next above that would be 230 to like 220 in that range. Definitely possible. I don't think that SNEC is going to go up while Cardano's chilling out. And I only say that based on the last cycles. We talked about this on the last one too. I'm not going to bring up the charts and show it exactly, but right here, these peaks were when Cardano was peaking in December. It lines up day to day, actually. Like Cardano's peak before it fell was like right here. SNEC's peak. So I do think that we'll have to wait for Cardano to go back up before SNEC goes up. Could I be surprised? Definitely. I'm just not sure about that. I think we're going to have to wait for Cardano to go higher. Let's see if we have any announcements inside of SNEC. Because that's the one thing too, is we do get decent amount of announcements from SNEC, but sometimes it's like a week in between. So it's a little frustrating. Let me share my screen. Are there projects you are waiting for? I mean, new projects that are pre-minting phase? Let me think. I was thinking about Levy. That was like the only one I could really think of. I don't know. There is Space Pugs. I know that they're minting soon. Not minting that though, but yeah, I don't know. Right now I don't think so. Let's go to, dang it, where was that window? Why can you not see it? That's so weird. It won't let me share my Discord. Am I tripping? What are you doing? My dog is like eating my headphones under my chair. I'm trying to share Discord. Let me just put it on a tab since it's not going to work on my app. Boom. I'll share this, present this, Discord. Cool. So this is the SNEC Discord. And the burn update. So since inception, you know, this was an old update, came out about a week and a half ago. I thought this was a really cool one. This is about the DEX fees going up in price, and then they're going to use that to burn more SNEC, which is really cool. But yeah, we haven't had a new announcement since then, which I guess we could view as like good or bad. I view it as good because we know, you know, he's always working on stuff, and he's always tweeting too, talking about how SNEC is going to do amazing things. So I feel like there's something in the works that he is super confident about that he can't say. So all he can really do is express his confidence in SNEC. So it is nice to see. Maybe I'll go back to Goofy. Am I not following? I am following. I was going to say. Let's see what he said recently. Snack holders are currently increasing by 10 to 15 every hour. That's actually really cool. That was 2 days ago. Anything since then? Some Chad burned 5 million snack. Damn. That's crazy. That's more snack than I own. I couldn't imagine burning all of my snack to help out. I like the idea of being a nice guy, but I like the idea of being a wealthy guy even more. Snack just printed his biggest weekly candle ever. See, we just got to scroll through these. These are some positive tweets right here. But yeah, I don't know. I think Snack is the way to go. I really do. Oh, the Sneckies. That's right. Only little slappy, little sappies as Project Worth to mint. Yeah, I'm still salty about that. I got left on red. It's all good. I wish everybody the best with that one though. I'm sure it'll do well. One last question before I take my kids to bed. Have you ever heard of The Working Dead? If not, it's a good idea to check them out. Okay, I've definitely heard of The Working Dead. I feel like I've even talked to their homie, their founder, once or twice. I don't remember their name. I've definitely spoken to them earlier on before they were like much bigger, but I faded them. I did, in all honesty. I need to look into them more. Sneckies as a PFP looks fire so far. That's true too. Anything to do with Snack, right? Like, I think they're using some of the money from the Sneckies to help out Snack as well. So it's not just like a cash grab, and I like that. We can go look at some Sneckies. Also, the blue laser eyes is so cool that everybody's doing that. That is another really good way to help get branding or marketing for Cardano/Snack, is to just use your PFP and then go into a Twitter space with a bunch of other people all rocking the same PFP. You're gonna get noticed. People are gonna talk about it. Also, it just looks really cool. I'm a fan. What was I doing? Oh, butane was the other thing that I was talking about too, that raised like 9 million. We were going to go look at Sneckies. Sneckies is a snack, not affiliated. Wait, one Snack miner? Am I reading that right? They can mine Snack? You can mine Snack? Am I just finding this out? I did not know that you could mine Snack. Is this a joke? Am I missing something? Maybe I've been missing something. Beer? I'm missing some beer. These Sneckies, they do look good though. Let me go back. These do look cool. Sneckies are hardworking snacks that they fact shows most of their time in the snack pit mining for snack. That's sweet, sweet snack. Huh. How do you mine for snack? Mining snack. Yeah, see, what? Okay, I just need to read. That's what it is. This is preposterous. Well, after the mint, 90% of our mint revenue will be deployed into various crypto miners. We will mine a variety of cryptocurrencies and convert that mined crypto into snack. Okay. That's cool. That is cool. Holders will be able to stake their hardworking Sneckies and be rewarded with their favorite meme coin, Snack. Sneckies on the secondary. Secondary royalties will be used in multiple ways. A large part of the royalties will go back into purchasing more miners. Part of the royalties will go towards buying and burning Snack. And part of the royalties will be used to keep the lights on in the mine. Wait, did you say Snack burn? Yes. Wow, Sneckies are officially the 8th snack burn mechanism. I love these like 8th snack burn mechanism, 9th snack every time they find something new. I love it. Light up that snack. Cool. So they're going to have a snack paper soon, a website soon, a mint to be determined. Huh. Depending on the price, this actually looks really cool. Do we know a price yet? Because again, I kind of want a cheap mint and go ahead and put some high royalties on there if you want. 10%. You know, maybe nothing higher than that because then people don't really want to trade. 9%, maybe 8%. Somewhere around there, make it like 50 ADA. I know you won't be able to get like the craziest amount of miners for that. Maybe you have to raise supply or lower supply, whatever you got to do. But I think, me personally, I want to mint something to where it feels like I'm minting something. It feels like I spent a little Cardano, I got something, maybe it's worth something. I don't want to feel like I just put in all my Cardano and now I'm playing like a scratch ticket real quick and I lose on it and all my Cardano's gone. Like, I don't want that. I don't know if that's how everybody feels, but I feel like they're brutal. Minting. Yep, setting up miners and we'll sell POW coins and use it all to buy snack. That's a great idea, by the way, too. I love that. How to mine beer. If one snackies equals one, probably high. That's what I was thinking. It does feel like it's going to be a high mint. It's probably going to be somewhere up there with Gophers, but probably cheaper than Gophers. I think Gophers were 350 or 500, somewhere around there. Maybe that's way too high. Got in on any new meme coins? I mean, I haven't done good though, so they're not really worth it. I'm chilling on meme coins. I haven't played a meme coin in like 2 weeks other than Sneck. I did get my family into Sneck though. I got my dad into Sneck. I got my brother into Sneck. I got my best friend into Sneck. And I may have gotten my best friend's brother, who I also consider my best friend. Shout outs to you, Jake, to buy Sneck. So I feel like that's a pretty successful mission right there. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those weeks where people might start to freak out a little bit. You know, you can see Sneck trending down. They might get a little worried. You can see over here, we'll share, we'll look for Cardano. Actually, we'll just share all of them. So like if Bitcoin doesn't start, you know, breaking out again and Ethereum's chilling, we might just have like a week where we sell off a little bit. We've been up a lot. So just kind of chill out. Know that there's going to be a dip, whether it's now, whether it's 2 months from now, there's going to be a dip and it's going to last, one of these dips, longer than a week, longer than a day. So be cool with that. It's all good. As long as the overall trend is still higher, we've probably got like 2 years of this. So strap in, just chill out a little bit. Partially saying this for myself, but also saying it for people out there. We're going to have big dips. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. If we start seeing something like rates going up like crazy or a war or something really crazy, maybe we can worry. But until then, I think it's business as usual. We're going to get some dips. It's going to be fine. Buy those dips or don't sell those dips. And I think we're in a good spot. Why about your girlfriend not into Sneck? Oh man, my right hand loves Sneck, bro. He's been clicking buy too often on Sneck, I'll tell you that. But it made me very, very happy. I love buying Sneck. Sneck, the only thing I realized when I was freaking out was like the only thing that makes me happy or makes me like calm back down, come back to earth a little bit, is when we're down on Sneck because I'm a little over leveraged. I just have to buy more. I just have to make that dollar cost average as low as possible, and then I'm fine. So to stop myself from crying when we're low, I just buy more. And I think it's going to work out. I think it's a really good move. I think Sneck is only a matter of time before Goofy talks to the right people or the right thing is, you know, develops and it all comes together and we're listed on a Kraken, a KuCoin, Binance, you know, something like that. Coinbase, I think, is last step. I don't think we would get listed on Coinbase before all of those. Who knows, though? But yeah, I wanted to keep this one a little short because we don't have clean here. And as you can tell, I love to just ramble on. But I think that this is pretty much like all that there is to look at. You know, we're going to have some down days. Just chill out, you know, go have a sandwich, go use this day to just hang out. Like, this isn't a good day to buy. This isn't a good day to sell. Just watch. Just have a good time. But that's pretty much everything, you know, I had to say. Trying to cheat into your left hand. No, my left hand is a seller. We can't have that. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Till next time, remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Till next time, guys. Peace.